Hey Sirath, it's Jim here. I hope you're doing well, man. As promised, I'm gonna record your video and use shoutout.so for the first time. I'm gonna go through the sign up flow, the user onboarding flow, and I will create my first wall and publish it also on my website where I use super.so and Ocean. That's it. Let's give it a try and see how it goes. So the first thing that I'm gonna take a look at is the landing page, because the landing page is actually part of the onboarding. The landing page is where you make the promise, and the onboarding is where you prove that this promise is real in a way. Like on the landing page, you promise people that you're gonna go from state A to B, and during onboarding, you actually get them by hand and go and help them go from that state to the new state. In this case, let's see, attract more customers by highlighting why people trust you. It's super clear. The USP is that leverage social proof and embrace what people say about you. Shout out makes it incredibly easy. I really like the incredibly. It really makes it, it's not just easy, it's incredibly easy. It emphasizes way more to tap into your existing social proof and turn it into a beautiful wall of love. Super clear and straightforward. I love it. Capture, curate, and publish a wall in less than 3 minutes. The 3 minutes also very nice. Yeah, I find the description really to the point. I mean, it clearly shows that you are into marketing and you know how to do your job well. So thumbs up for that. Really good subtitle. Start your free trial. Start your free 7-day trial. Okay, then some more social proof with the product hand badge. Then the companies that use your product, congrats on having all these brand names, Gumroad, Teachable, OnTech, all of them are really great. Save time organizing, curating high social proof, boost sales conversions, celebrate. I love it. How it works, create, customize, publish. Less than 3 minutes, one wall, many uses. Okay, yeah, and then the wall. So it's like a bit of demo. Pricing, okay, it's clear. Monthly, yearly, and then yeah, it's a single landing page. So let's give it a try then. Start your free trial. Okay. Okay, I'm signed in and now I have to go through the onboarding flow. Welcome to Shoutout. This quick tour will show you around and get you creating a wall of love in no time. I love how the interface already has some data and content on the background. It's not like it could be an empty state where you just ask people to select a tweet, but I really love that you just immediately show the tweet. It feels way more vibrant and way more alive in a way. So welcome. Okay, this page, the page you're on now has all of your highest signal mentions. Highest signal mentions, that's not clear what it means. It's the first time that I hear this terminology. It's maybe the tweets that perform best, maybe, I don't know, like the tweets from the accounts that have the most followers from my followers. Could be view all of your draft and published walls. We've created your first one for you. Okay, these are my walls. And then view all of your ignored and lower signal mentions. Okay, this signal mention feels tricky and a bit technical. I think I would prefer some kind of just native Twitter terminology there. Hover any mention, or sorry, not only Twitter terminology, but something more human in a way. Like it could be testimonials, or it could be things that other people said, something like that. Like the signal mention is not something that I'm used to personally. Hover any mention to ignore it or add it to a wall. Hover any mention. Okay. You mean that I hover and then I see the actions. Okay. Okay, got it. Let's take a look. I like that the onboarding was short. It's not that I had to go through 10 steps, because that's something that I've seen in many products. Curated mentions. Shoutout has selected for you. Okay. This is, I guess, for upgrading. Yeah. Walls. Ginger cut as well. Okay. Let's see. It's the wall updated 3 minutes ago. Import some tweets from your curated mentions. I click there. Now I see. Let's say I want to add this one, and I don't know, this one. Yeah, sounds looks legit. Add to all. Yeah, this one here, it feels like it's a drop down with actions, but this is a title and has also an actionable copy. So I would just make it add to Jim Rakata's wall and then add to the other name wall and so on. Repeating the add to is a good thing because it's the action. And all these are buttons. Okay, let's add also what Jason said. So we have some tweets for my wall, but I see only 2, even if I added more. Oh, that's weird. Let me try again. I don't know if this is a bug or if I did something wrong. Whoa, sorry. I was just making it fast, and when I hit here, I thought that it went into the wall. Yeah, my bad, but it was a bit confusing at first. Let's add Gurab as well. So now everything is here. I can reorder as well. The drag and drop is super native. I love it. Import tweets. Oh, so if I want to add, that makes sense. So what I found on a UX level a bit confusing. I don't find it a problem. I just think that you could simplify that. Is I'm on this screen and I want to add content. And I have 2 ways to add content, either manually by clicking here where I have to paste the link, or by going here on the curated mentions. And to me, it feels weird that I have to go to 2 screens in order to add content into a specific screen. I would expect somehow to be able to just have one screen where I can add everything. So for example, here you can have a button, add tweets, and then you can have 2 tabs in here. Import tweets, import manually, or select from curated mentions. And just depending on the tab that I choose, you can show the relevant results. And you can keep the whole thing in a modal. It doesn't have to be on a different page. So that's a nice improvement that you could do to streamline a bit the user experience. Another thing that I could also do is actually the first screen. So that's an interesting insight. The first screen that I see is curated mentions, but for me as a user, these are just tweets that I can use to build my walls. What I care about is my wall. So it would make sense to have this as the first screen that I see at the end of the onboarding, which is like my wall. That's why I came here. That was the promise that I said before on the landing page. So you can redirect me immediately to the wall that you built for me, and you can show the curated mentions in here when I'm trying to add a new tweet. I think it's going to be simpler and more streamlined, and can also help you to simplify your navigation as well. What people care about are their walls. So if you can just keep the whole product around the walls, that would be perfect. Then you have other mentions, ignored and unfiltered. So this is the collection of curated tweets that you can hide. So this, I'm not interested into this one, or this one, let's say, or this one. So this goes into the ignored. No? Yeah. Unfiltered mentions that are noisy. This one, I've no clue how to, unfiltered. I can understand how this screen works. What are the criteria of having tweets that are unfiltered? Are they curated mentions that haven't been added in a wall, maybe? I don't know. But what you could do actually, super simple on a UX level, instead of having 3 separate pages, you can have the tabs. By tabs, I mean the segmented controls. That's how we call it in the iOS. And it's a very nice UI component that you can use to filter content in a screen. So let me show you an example. Yeah, this is an example where you can have many options or just a single option. And yeah, I think that's enough, like as an example. Yeah, also this one. So what you could do here is you can have a page. If you keep the page curated mention, you can just drop these 2 pages and have tabs here. So here are the curated mentions, here are the ones that you've ignored, and here are the unfiltered mentions. I think it's going to be way simpler on a UX level and on a technical level as well, because you just bring them all together in one screen. And if you actually do all this, you can drop everything in the navigation and just have a list of walls. And in the wall, when you hit add new tweet, you can show then the curated mentions screen with the filters. So everything is streamlined and hidden, and I don't have here 5 to 6 items that I can click. I just go straight to my wall, and this way you use what we say in UX, progressive disclosure. Let me show you what I mean, progressive disclosure. And what is this? In interaction design is, let's see the terminology. It's an interaction design pattern that sequences information and actions across several screens, like a step-by-step sign-up flow. And what it actually means, this pattern on an interaction design level, is that you show only what's needed for every screen. So you hide the information and actions on the step that makes sense. So here, you just first show the wall. I indicate with my interactions with the UI that I want to build a new wall, and then you show me all the curated tweets that I can choose from in order to select one. And then you show me the filters and so on. So you show one thing at a time, depending on what the user is doing. Again, I find the UX really good, and I'm not saying it just to be polite. I really feel that the product is easy to use and it does the job. So in terms of priority, I wouldn't say that all these improvements that I suggest are like that you should do them because the UX is going to be better. It's really about polishing and just improving even more the UX of the app. Right now, as you can see, I'm already able to build my wall and do my job. So it really comes to prioritization from your side on this. The profile screen, subscription plan, okay, change plan. That's pretty straightforward. Feedback, okay, you trigger the email, help, and affiliate program. Okay, clear. And now I'm gonna try to publish my wall on my website. So I have my wall, it's a draft status. I can embed the wall, embed your wall using React, use the shoutout React package, embedding in Notion. Let us know. Yeah, I'm actually embedding into Notion, so probably it's not supporting and I need to contact you. So how could I do it? Let me see. I'm gonna publish it. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna publish the wall, because in Notion I can also embed iframe. So that's what I would actually do. I see that I can contact you, but I don't want to. I guess it's gonna be just a contact link for your team in order to know that somebody's interested. So I'm not sure if I would take the time to send an email. Maybe because it wasn't clear if you support it or not. So maybe I would give it a try. But let's see. So I published it. Your wall has been published. Now let's share what you've created with the word "sir." And I see a ready to use tweet. Okay. Personally, I never tweet these kind of things because they're really promotional. But this is just me. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. So here is the wall. What I could do is actually for Notion, that's what I'm used to, is I would go to, let me find my website. Yeah, this is my website page. I would go down there where I have my wall. I would add an embed and hope that it's gonna show up. View this wall on shoutout.so. Let me see. So I see that you don't allow embedding this way. Let's see also if it got deployed. Okay, then I would probably send you an email since you don't allow me to embed it. I find a bit of a bummer, to be honest, because I don't see the reason why if I embed it, I see this. Maybe you should just have a message here that maybe we're working on it, or you're to support the embedding, or you're not allowed. I don't know what's really the status, but I don't see any reason if I try to embed it somewhere, why do you show this message? It's not useful to me in any case. So at this point, what I would do is I would drop you an email and yeah, and just use the link for my website. Or a really dirty hack, I would take a screenshot and link the image to the wall in a new page. But I feel very bad about doing stuff like that. It's way too hacky. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see if I have anything else. But yeah, the layout and design, let's take a look also on this. So I see that the wall is live now, and here's the link as well. So embedded layout. Is this only for when I embed it to other pages? I guess it's for both, right? Let me check. Carousel. Okay, this is the carousel and this is the grid. Yeah, for the carousel, I got to indicate that there is also a left and right action, because for me, it's not clear that there are the three dots. So at first, I couldn't really understand what's the difference. What would be really cool on a UX level is to make this animated. So I can see the three blocks moving and sliding to the left. So I can understand that this is a slider and this is a scrollable list. So this could be animated like a GIF image, or with HTML and JavaScript animation, where I can see the grid moving to the bottom. Okay, I select. For the selected element on a UI level, what I would suggest is, this is called a radio button, what you have here as a HTML input element. And what I would do is I would add the circle over here. Let me show you an example, actually. Let me think. Radio button card. I don't know if we're gonna find something this way. Suit. Yeah, this is something similar. So it's a box, but you also have the signifier. That's very important in interaction design, to have a signifier that this thing is clickable. There is some, like a part on this thing that shows me that I can click it. And this is the role of the radio button. This is the simplest form. What you could do is you can, by making it like a rectangular, like now, it already feels like a button. So you could add a soft shadow to indicate that it's elevated. And this makes it even more clear that you can click on it. And the last improvement that I would do is the selected state, I would make it more visible. Right now, it's just a subtle black border. So I would just change it something like blue, like the actionable color. So in this case, I would make it orange. So just change this to orange. It should be perfect, in my opinion. Design options, link color. For the link color, what I would like to have here is the preview of the color. So let me show you actually on Framer how the color picker works, or I can just Google color picker and show you what I mean. Let me see. Yeah, I will just open Framer. Never mind. So if I select the frame, you can see here the color. So I would like to have this small rectangular that shows me what color it is. Because right now I just see the hex code and I have no clue. I need to open it. Again, small improvement, not a big deal. Then dark mode, transparent background. What I would really like to have for the dark mode is the option to make it is the option to synchronize with the system. So on my MacBook, I turn on dark mode. I turn it on and off depending on the time of the day. So I would like shout out just to be able to use dark mode when my MacBook uses dark mode at that time. Here it's not clear if it's always enabled or if it's a smart kind of a setting. Transparent background, I don't see what transparent background really means here because I don't see any change. So I cannot really understand what it is. Show images, videos. Okay, for the tweets, that makes sense. And then show shout out branding on embeds. Okay, I don't see the branding here, so it would be nice to show it, but I see what you mean. Like if I embed it, if I open the page here, I can see it. So I guess it's about this logo, but it would be nice to have it on the preview as well. Okay, what else? Save changes. Yeah, one thing to mention here is that, yeah, that's a good one because it actually happened to me. Now, when I make changes, let's say I change the color. Let's say I change the color and then I click on the layout and design, then all the changes are gone. And there is no confirmation modal that, hey, you're about to lose the changes because you hit some kind of cancel. Do you want to go for it or not? So yeah, adding some confirmation there would be really useful because you have only the cancel here, but actually this is cancel as well. So that's it for the layout and design. I don't see anything else. I think, I believe that this would be a good improvement. I would add this on a higher priority compared to some other UI fixes like this one over here, because it can be frustrating when you lose your changes. Again, it's not that you have like 10 settings that you will tweak and suddenly gonna lose all the changes, but it can be annoying. View, embed, edit, and publish, delete. Okay. The actions are clear. The edit, I'm not sure what it's gonna do. Name, URL, description. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Let me think. Okay, that's pretty clear. We took a look at the settings, your edit mentions, and let me just tweak one more time a bit the colors and stuff and see how it applies to the wall. So right now I changed the link color, but it's still orange. Now it's blue. Okay. Transparent background, dark mode. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think in general, I love the product. It's very straightforward. In terms of features, what I would really love to see is more types of testimonials like videos and testimonials that are received in other platforms like LinkedIn. As you told me, you're already working on it. So yeah, that's beautiful. And yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. Really good job with the product, considering that you're not officially a designer or something like that. Yeah, great job. And I hope my feedback was useful.